Hit that music.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. What's the odds? 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 What's
so much Game of Thrones.
So much Game of Thrones, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the podcast,
Non-stop.
What's the Odds with Steve Renazizi.
Non-stop.
It's October 12th, 2022.
I told you what I'm doing.
And guess
I
what?
just watched.
We're all in the studio together. I think this is the first time
In years.
in years.
Stand it.
It's still sloppy.
First time sloppy as still as sloppy as ever, guys. First time in pre-pandemic, I think, that we've been in the studio together. All
Yeah.
three of us.
Yeah.
I think at one point you and I were in here, but you might have been gone, or maybe you and I were in here and you were gone. But it feels nice. It feels nice to be back. It still smells
We're
the same.
back.
And we're better than ever. I mean, you guys look great. I told you, you're ripped, dude. Are you
Yeah.
taking drugs?
No, I want to, though.
Which one?
If anyone has a
Winstrol?
hookup. No, but I guess all of my Rogan friends in Texas are all on like HGH now, so they're trying to tell me about it.
You look like you're on HGH.
I appreciate
you
that.
got the.
I take it as a
you see
compliment.
the veins,
that.
dude. Like I
Yeah.
saw him last night, and I was like, at the store, I was like, he's fucking ripped.
Yeah,
dude.
his biceps are the size of my body.
Not that you were ever fat, but like it just seems like you're like on some sort of prison workout now.
It was
like,
COVID, man.
COVID.
Yeah.
You just locked it up.
Yep.
And got it tight.
And then farm-grown retard strength.
And you do have like cornbread strength.
Yeah.
Just natural.
Yeah, you can't train for this.
Brenton, you look great too.
Thank you.
I mean,
It's an Old Navy hoodie. It was $19.95 on the sale rack
congratulations.
in the boys section.
In the little boys section? Is it the boys husky section?
Yes.
And how do I look?
The same.
Yeah, you look the same.
What do you? You said that.
You look like Steve.
I'm wearing my.
You got a nice shirt though.
You're damn right I do. Oh, thank God we won yesterday. Thank God we won. I swear to God, after the Mets lost, the entire East Coast radio, sports talk radio, just one guy would call in and try to out-anger the next guy. Like it was aneurysm after aneurysm. And you know, my kids are listening to this and we're laughing. Like my wife's like, this is hard. Like this is so dumb that grown men are yelling about this fucking team. And I'm like, let me tell you something. This could be us in a week.
Yeah.
This could be us in a week. And thank God Cole gives up home runs. He gave up one yesterday, but he kept it just at one. Manageable Harrison Bader. Thank you very much, Aaron. Shout out to Aaron on the ones and twos over there.
You're welcome. I miss you. I love you, Harrison.
Harrison Bader doesn't have the Thor hair anymore, but he does have an amazing fucking glove.
Yep.
Amazing glove. Like this guy, you see the difference in his center field versus. I mean, Aaron Judge is a great baseball player. He could play center. He could play right, but I like him better in right now, and having Harrison Bader just run down every ball in center field because the guy's a machine. But again, it goes back to what we were saying before we got on. I'm not 100% sure that this trade, so far it's worked out, home run in the playoffs. But Jordan Montgomery is a great pitcher, and I think he was great for you guys on the Cardinals. But did you? I didn't even really watch that Cardinals series that much. Did they? I mean, was it shot? Did they lose after the first game when they blew the lead? Was it over after that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Aaron Nola just shut us down, and then once we got to the bullpen, we should have turned it on, but it didn't happen.
Yep. Baseball, dude. Everything 3-2, 1-0 games. I mean, 15 inning game.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I'm happy. I thought there was still a ghost runner in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, thank God.
Thank God. That's what you want. You want these long games in the playoffs. This is the best of the best. 0-0. Mm-hmm. You don't want a guy coming in letting up a base hit, or a ground ball to second baseman. The guy moves over to third, fly ball, he scores, and then the next guy strikes out. Like, how could you give that guy a loss for getting 3 outs? So I'm happy that's the way it is. But Nestor Cortez goes for the Yankees tomorrow against Shane Bieber. So that's a 50-50 toss-up. I don't 100% expect to win that game, but I definitely think we can because we've beaten Shane Bieber before. But he did look really good the last time he pitched. So, and Nestor Cortez is the guy I like, the one I trust the most right now out of the Yankee staff because he just keeps you in the game. He's not going to give up 4 or 5 home runs. He's just the chances of him getting blown out are small. So far so good. You were somewhere last night. You were at the
Went to the Kings opener.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How was that? Did they win?
No, they lost.
Who'd they play?
Vegas Golden Knights. So got to see Jack Eichel look amazing for Vegas and score a goal, and they scored with 24 seconds left. It's a pretty good game.
I know the Rangers, they were on, the 2 games on TV were the Rangers and Tampa, and I think the Kings game.
They had the 2 opener, and now the season really starts.
Dodgers played last night too.
Yeah, it was cool. Ryan from Don Carlos Taco Shop down in La Jolla, California. Took
Shout
us,
out. Good fucking burritos.
Yeah, great burritos. And he got us one of those luxury boxes. Had all
Hello.
the food in there, all the booze. We had an assistant. He was there to take our orders and basically do whatever we wanted.
Really?
Yeah. And
What were the things that you made him do?
we didn't make him do anything, but
He could have done whatever you wanted.
He could have, but Ryan is such a friendly guy. He's basically like Steve Simone if Steve Simone owned a burrito shop. And so
Did he bring his own burritos?
we're sitting watching the game and we're just kind of like, where's Ryan? For like 2 periods, he's just up talking to this guy. Not even watching the game, just hanging out with this dude.
With the guy that works there, your assistant?
And then after the game, he's like, he goes, he went to Syracuse, and I told him about your podcast, and he like had his whole life story.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, he is a good dude.
Yeah.
Is he a huge Kings fan?
No, he just wanted to go to a game.
Really?
Yeah, he just had never been to I don't think he'd been to Staples Center or Crypto.com, and he wanted to
Watch your
go.
mouth.
So he
Watch
did
your
it, but
mouth.
he used to work for a minor league hockey team in San Diego. And
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Gulls.
he
What are they called?
The San Diego Gulls.
San Diego Gulls.
I don't know if it was them. It might have been. I forget what he said.
They're the
how
only
many
ones,
fucking teams could there be?
Yeah, there's the only ones.
Oh, well, there you go.
San Diego, dude.
But this also was a while ago, so there may have been another one at the time.
They were there. They've been there a long time. I used to see them as a.
I
as
don't
a
know.
kid.
I don't remember names.
Well, maybe
but
you should.
He was like the on the ice dude that would move the nets away so the Zambodins could come on, and did all that for a few years.
Remember Harris Pete? Remember him? He used to be the practice goalie for the Kings. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he would go, like, when I first got to the store, he was still doing it physically, like, able to do it. But, like, he was, like, he worked for the Kings. He would do equipment stuff, but then he would, like, strap on goalie, like, and for whatever, like, if the goaltenders were, like, doing some drills or whatever, he would fucking just sit there and eat fucking shots. For years, that was his job.
Like, those come at you fast, too. That's a ballsy job, right?
Insane. And then, like, think about how they probably treated the practice goalie the way you treat a rental car. It's like you don't give a
Let's see
fuck.
who can hit it the hardest.
Yeah, who can hit it the hardest? Who can flip it on its side?
Yeah.
Like, so. But that's what he did. He loved it. He would do that during the day and then come to the fucking store. Insane.
Wonder if it paid anything.
I don't know, but I think he got like full access to. And I remember some Kings coming around sometimes.
That's such a comic mentality. Like, hey, we're not going to pay you to basically abuse your body, but you can come to the games.
But think
and
about it. You get to
watch.
skate around with the best fucking hockey players in the world.
Could
and
he
take
skate?
He must have been able to skate.
I mean, he's such to be able to
Yeah, they
sit.
wouldn't just sign a just because
I
you're
don't
a
think it
large
was like
dude.
yeah.
Like,
It wasn't like hey, this guy's good at lifting up the bags. Maybe we'll throw him out.
Yeah.
He had like hockey background.
you
as
had to
well.
have some skill to.
Simone
challenge
probably
them.
knows. He'll know more about it. If I'll ask him next time I see him. But yeah, Harris used to fucking do that for the Kings. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last Kings game I went to. It's been forever. How are the views in those luxury boxes?
Oh, they're amazing.
Because you really want to be on the ice.
No, I mean, I can pull up a photo and we're not going to be able to show anybody else, but I can show you. It was pretty sweet.
Another luxury box story. O'Neill got drunk at crypto.com. Ran out of... No one else is there, dude.
Well, yeah, that was before the game started. We were there early so we could eat and drink before
nice.
people got there.
Ryan O'Neill.
Steve, you'll love this. I was in a luxury box for Pink
Really?
at Staples. Yeah.
How did you... did you purchase that?
No, my wife was. It was in
not
the
bad,
industry,
right?
so.
Got it. And Pink's great, right?
Yeah, that Staples crypto just audio sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Only you would know that.
yeah, it's.
It all sounds like this.
But
like
the
these are pros,
forums
right?
so-
The view for the hockey games aren't bad unless you're in like the upper deck because it's built for basketball. So you get very far away from the ice and you're very high, so it's harder to see the puck. But anywhere else, it's decent.
Yeah, the last time I went, it was the Garden, and I was pretty close to the ice. It was cool, but yeah, you get free beer and shit. O'Neill was in a luxury box at Crypto one time. They ran out of beer. You know, they won't give you. They won't just continue to like. You only have a certain amount for the box, and so he climbed on the outside of the box to the next box that was unoccupied and started taking beers from that one on the outside of it, like a Spider-Man on the.
Well, it was game one of a very long season.
Yeah, you don't wanna get
and
banned.
I go to like the lounge to order. I want to get some wine, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have that." And then the lady that's next to me, she's trying to order a drink, and they're like, "We don't have that either." And it's like, it's day one, and we're the first people here.
They didn't know it was coming. They were not like, give them a little time, dude. They weren't prepared for this. They only had like 5 months since the schedule came
Yeah.
out.
It was a last.
Exactly
It was a
when the
last
fucking-
minute booking.
2 weeks of preseason, and they weren't ready.
Speaking of not ready, nobody knows what a fucking roughing the passer call is. So if someone could explain to me what the actual, because it seems like everybody's making it up as they go along.
Yeah.
now.
Well, I watched the Tampa Bay Atlanta game last night. I watched the replay of that, and knowing that it was coming, and it was so fucking bad.
I have only seen the replay. I didn't watch it live.
It's so bad. And then on top of that, if you focus on Tom Brady, like he tries to kick the dude after he gets up, and he still gets the call. So he tries to kick the dude
the
after he
nuts.
was tackled, a normal tackle, nothing egregious. And Atlanta, they were down 21-0 after the third, and they were coming back. They were finally going to do what Brady did to them, and they had the momentum, and if they had gotten that stop there, that was huge.
I mean, you
it's
did
not a
lead-
guarantee that they're going to win, but
Yeah. You
It's a
led
kick in the
everyone
nuts.
astray on that, saying that was the week that Tom Brady was going to fold. You did tell everyone that this is the week to bet against Tom Brady.
and you should have. He was saved
And you would've lost.
he was saved by the league.
Okay, so you can't hit a quarterback in his legs, right? You can't hit him in the head.
You can't
You can't
tackle him.
grab him and throw him to the ground or twist him to the ground, and you can't put your body weight on him. So now, what do we just push? Is that what we?
Well-
but explain to me how I'm going to push Josh Allen to the ground.
Yeah.
You're not going to. And if you noticed, it was interesting, the Chiefs game, at one point, each of the quarterbacks was just a wrap-up and immediate whistle. There was no tackling. There was no trying to break away. So apparently the league's competitive, what are they called, competition committee, they're going to review all the calls this weekend, and they're going to look into it and hopefully adjust.
Go back
but-
and look at week one. The only time I've ever seen Josh Allen violently that week one Aaron Donald when he got thrown to the ground.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that, and that one was probably worse than what happened to Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, nothing
Because
happened to
they
Tom
picked
Brady.
up Josh Allen.
Tom Brady was tackled. It was a completely clean tackle. There's no way you can break it down and go, that wasn't a bad call. It was a bad call.
Was it and I don't even know why I'm asking, but what I heard it was a makeup call for something they had blown before. But I mean, like, look, if we're
Doesn't
doing makeup
matter.
calls now, I mean,
Doesn't matter.
right? This is not good.
They're overcompensating for Tua, and it's going to be an issue. And Miami, the karma hit them because Bridgewater, they took him out of the game, said he was concussed. He was not concussed. He was out 3 plays into the game, and because he kind of wobbled a little bit on the sideline, but he was fine. He hasn't had any, nothing as far as concussion symptoms. He should have been allowed to stay in the game, but because they handled Tua the way they handled Tua, Bridgewater gets taken out. They lose that game. He got killed by the Jets. It wasn't even close. And, you're going to see either we're going to be overcorrecting the rest of the year, or hopefully they'll figure out this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. Because the dude that got the fumble on Carr, he even put his left arm out to brace himself.
Yeah.
Chris Jones, that was a great play.
Not putting his weight on Carr, and it's still a penalty.
The thing is, though, it's like, how can I rip the ball from you, which is what I'm supposed to do, and also brace myself from putting my body weight on top? Like, if we're going to the ground and I have my two arms trying to grab the ball out of you, then like all of our weight is going to fall on like.
But he did it perfectly, where he had one arm punch it out and got it with one arm, and used the other arm to brace himself and not land on Carr completely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, once the ball's out, why does it matter? Like, it's a live ball, and he's going for the ball.
And
He's gotta
according
be
to
allowed
you,
make a
that
play.
cost us the whole fucking bet last week.
Well, it was a big swing in points. That affects the betting lines.
I don't know what you do anymore. I don't know what you do, because how do you I know they're going to err on the side of caution for the rest of the season. That's fine. But what do you do if you're a defensive coordinator or a defensive line? Like, how do you teach these guys how to effectively go after the
I
quarterback?
say just keep doing what you're doing.
I think it has to be week by week. I think you have to look at your opponent. If we're playing Josh Allen, everyone go get him, because they're not going to call this on Josh Allen. Josh Allen will not allow himself to take a violent hit like that.
Josh Allen got his nuts practically ripped off by Wilkins, and nothing was called, and then they ended up finding Wilkins a few days later. So, I think if you're a defensive coordinator,
but if I'm playing Kyler Murray, or
just do what you do. Hit the guy, do it normal, and if they call you, they call you. But we're going to lose more games trying to, like, Mahomes is one of those sneaky dudes where if we just try to, like, grab him gently, he's going to break away and then go for 20 yards. So just hit the guy, and if they call you, fuck it.
Yeah, I
So they're calling it now. I haven't seen any of this, but they're calling it now roughing the passer, even when he has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I mean,
But
It used
in
to
this-
be after he let go.
In the
then-
situation on Monday, Carr had fumbled, and the Chiefs player, who was it?
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
Yeah.
So Chris Jones punched the ball out and had it in one arm, so he recovered the fumble while they were both on their 2 feet, and then went to the ground with Carr and kind of landed on top of him, but you see his arm brace. So he basically has the ball and falls on him, and they called that roughing the passer.
I mean, it was a turnover. They
It was
had
a horrible call, and that would have given the Chiefs the ball at the Raiders' 40-yard line. Instead of the Raiders going down and kicking a field goal before half, the Chiefs potentially could have gotten a touchdown, and it's a 10-point swing.
But again, it goes to like, how do you now then make adjustments at halftime? Like, I don't know, guys. Don't push him to the ground or what.
No, just keep hitting him. I think you have to keep hitting him. You're going to lose games if you try to let off.
They're going to have to make those penalties reviewable. They have to. Or give, like, each team a challenge where they can
they
relook.
did that a few years ago, and then the refs didn't like being challenged, and they got rid of it pretty quick. But one thing that they could do is, like in gymnastics, there's 40,000 camera angles, and there's 20 judges watching every single move. Like, maybe you just put a few guys with monitors in different angles, and they're also official referees. And if a ref makes a call and they're having that thing, he's got the little thing in his ear, and the guy's like, no, this is the situation. He did this. Let's call it this way. Because they're taking 5 minutes as it is. Let's get it right and just put 3 more camera angles in and 3 more guys there watching certain players and positions and get the calls right.
There's no like loss of the time loss. They're eating it up with discussing this thing either way.
Yeah.
So you're not going to lose time. There's 500,000 cameras at these games anyway. Just move 3 to face this angle at all times, or the quarterback at all times, and then go from there. But that's not going to happen this year, and you're going to have games and plays and calls that are going to decide playoff seeds, teams.
Our parlay.
Yeah, I mean, we're losing fucking betting money. That's what it comes down to. Again, I went to bed a little early because I've had a feeling that Mahomes was going to go off, so I knew that the writing was on the wall that I was going to lose my fantasy match up against you. But the real reason I lost is because I have Gabe Davis on my bench.
No, the real reason you lost is because you didn't switch out your kicker.
Please, dude.
You started a kicker that was out. You knew he was out, and you played him anyway because you got all this confidence. I don't need a kicker to beat Brenton.
I didn't even realize that the kicker was out. I had no idea. Is he still out this week? I mean, if you're the kicker, what are you going to get me? Fucking 8 points, 5 points?
Well, that would have won you the. the matchup. 8 points would have won it.
Well, Gabe Davis had 33 points on the fucking bench.
That was
dude.
on you. Why'd you put him on your bench?
Because Chris Olave, I thought was going to pop off.
Chris Olave had a hell of a catch, but he's probably out next week.
Yep. And now Gabe Davis is in, and he'll have nothing this week. But he probably will. No, he will.
No,
He will. You guys have a running.
The last time he played the Chiefs, he had 4 touchdowns.
Here we go. Let's go now. Come on.
He's
Let's
Allen's red zone guy.
He's Allen's doesn't matter where we are in the field guy. It
Yeah.
was the fastest touchdown from scrimmage in NFL history.
That was insane. Was that a better play, or was the Cooper Cup to that touchdown? I mean, did you see that one where he just beat Diggs and Stafford threw it out and way out in front of him? He got it with one hand, brought it back in, and then just fucking took off after.
He's a freak in nature.
That was an impressive touchdown. You guys, give me the Bills recap. Are you completely satisfied with destroying the fucking?
Yeah, I'm mad they scored 3 points.
I'm not. They had my YOLO parlay. I had the under in that game, so I was sweating it out. It was at 46.
Oh, really?
And the Bills could have easily scored more, and the Steelers had a couple of opportunities. So I
dominant.
figured the Bills would take a lead and then just run the clock out.
I think this is the year that Mike Tomlin just has to sit on his hands and go, this isn't, we're not going to be 500. We're certainly not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
You're
We're gonna
already
take-
so far behind
it's
in that
just so
division.
strange to see them not competitive. Like not even able to do something. Now, I mean, make it dirty.
Well,
Not saying
losing
play
TJ
dirty,
Watt,
but like
though, TJ Watt was their best player. So
Yeah.
losing him, that defense is not what it was. Like, do we score 38 points if TJ Watt's healthy? Maybe, but probably not.
Speaking of defenses, you ridiculed me preseason about picking the Dallas defense. Do you have anything you'd like to say to me now?
No, you got...
What?
Look, touchdowns, you can't predict touchdowns. You can't predict defensive touchdowns.
They're not a good defense?
They're not a good defense.
That's the only reason they're winning games right now.
They're an okay defense, at best. They have 2 players, one of whom gets burned just as much as he makes plays.
They could
in
have the best
Diggs.
defensive player. Yeah, I agree with that. Diggs is not a great, like on the Cooper Cup play, he had him one-on-one.
Got burned.
He got burned. He went for,
But to say that, Dallas is a good
Parsons,
defense
though.
because Matt Stafford turned the ball over and they got a touchdown, like, you can't predict that every week.
Micah Parsons is the best player on the field most weeks he goes out there.
Yes, but you need
to
11
have
guys.
that as a
You need
defensive
11
player-
guys and you have 1.5.
They have enough. They've got DeMarcus Lawrence on the line, which frees up, Micah Parsons now gets double teamed. They have to. Well, you have to at least figure
okay.
out where he is on
But
the
now,
line of scrimmage.
this week, you're going up against the Eagles, who have the number 1 fantasy quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
and they can beat you everywhere on the field, tight end, running back, wide
It's
receiver.
going to be a great matchup. Going to be a great
They're
matchup.
going to get lit up.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't even know if Philly will win.
Philly's winning that game.
We'll see, dude. I don't even know what the line is. I haven't looked at that one. That wasn't one of the ones I was going to look
I
at.
got
I
you.
want to stay away from this
I would
NFC.
I would bet on the Eagles just to spite you.
I really wish you... What? Why would you do that?
Because your defense is going to get you negative points this week.
Are you kidding me? My defense, first of all, got me 25 points
And
last
you
week.
still lost.
Because of Gabe Davis on the bench.
No, because
I
of
told
you.
that.
Gabe Davis wanted to play, and you, Steve, said, no,
Chris Olave
you're
made
sitting
more of a
this week.
stink.
Chris Olave still had a good game.
He did have a good game, but
just-
not 35 points.
No,
Philly's favored by 5.5.
5.5.
and it's in Dallas, right?
It's in Philly.
Oh, it's in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked. Your defense isn't going to travel well. It's still going to be Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, I'm not worried about.
He's fine.
He's
been playing fine.
I don't even like Dallas. I'm just telling you, their defense is not elite. It's not San Francisco's defense, but I think that they have the best football player on the field most weeks they go out there, and that guy's a defensive player. Like Micah Parsons,
And they can scheme away from him.
Nah, I don't know if
Because you're gonna have to keep a spy on Hurts, and he's just gonna pick you apart. He's got 2 very good receivers, and if Dallas tries to cheat up, Quez Watkins over the top, Miles Sanders is playing really good football, Dallas Goedert is a beast. It's just gonna be too much.
Yeah, they do have some weapons. To me, Philly.
Did you see Hurts after his game? They won in Arizona, and he was upset. Like, the guy wants to win. The guy is super focused. He's not satisfied with we won because they missed a field goal. He's
Well,
like,
this
we
is
made
the best team
mistakes
they
and that
played.
sucked.
This will be the best team they played all season. Both teams. Right? The Giants are not as good.
Record-wise, yeah, I guess. But we'll see. I don't think Dallas has really played anyone.
That's
either.
what I'm saying, though. Each team, I think this is the best team each team would have played all season so far.
Yeah, if either of these teams play like the Bills or the Chiefs or, any AFC contender, the Ravens, like, they
Well, we don't know.
They probably get torched.
Dude, we don't know. We don't know. If Dallas goes out there and shuts out or keeps
Dallas
Philly
is
to
not
7
shutting them
points,
out.
14
Come
points, 10
on.
points, you'll have a different story then. You have then the talk of like a championship elite defense, a defense that can win you a championship.
You're talking like a fantasy football owner. It's not going to happen.
We'll see, dude. We will see after this. I'm not 100% convinced that Philly is. I know they're better than they were, but they're not like the top elite team yet. They're
Jalen
not.
Hurts is emerging
We'll
as
see.
a superstar.
Micah Parsons is a superstar.
He is, yeah. But
So-
you need 11 guys on defense to stop Jalen Hurts.
What was your most interesting game you guys watched this past week?
Honestly, I enjoyed what the Giants did to the Packers.
Oh my God.
I thought it was fun. I thought running Saquon out of the Wildcat was really good. It was a great change of pace. The only issue that I have with the Giants is you guys really need a number one receiver.
They're going after. I heard DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I mean,
It's,
it's something.
Giants Pride Instagram.
Listening to you.
DJ Moore's not a bad player. He just was in a situation where Baker doesn't throw down the field, and he literally had to yell at the team to get him the ball, and they kind of did, but it was a horrible coach, a horrible quarterback. What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, Carolina's basically thrown in the towel for the year, so
Yeah, get all
Why
the
not?
draft picks you can.
why not?
But Dable is coaching the hell out of that team. They look really good.
We'll take
it's
DJ
just-
Moore. The Bills can get Christian McCaffrey.
You need DJ Moore because Bellinger's not going to be your number one.
Dable's
No.
the coach of the year right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's going to get other coaches fired.
yeah.
Being 4-1 with
I
this
mean, unless
Giants
Philly
team.
runs the table. If Philly runs the table, then how you going to give Coach of the Year to anybody else? But right now, 4-1 with a team that has arguably, and if you put the Eagles and all the other 4-1 teams together, the least amount of talent on paper.
Yeah.
We're Saquon Barkley and the Pips at this point.
It's not even close.
We are. The guys running the
I couldn't
Wildcat.
name one guy on your defense if you asked me to.
Well, they just signed Landon Collins again.
Yeah, it's good. That's the one I could name.
He's our all-pro safety coming back.
But yeah, the Eagles, so this is the other reason why I don't like Dallas. The Eagles go into their bye week 7, so they're going to put everything into this week, and they're going to run everyone into the ground because they have the week off after. But then they play Pittsburgh, so that's going to be another win. Then they play Houston.
Yeah.
They play Washington. They play the Colts, who we thought were going to be something, and they're clearly
That's
not.
why I love the Giants making the playoffs. They get all these same
Green
teams too.
Bay's nothing. Tennessee.
Well, look at that. Green Bay, though. Give Green Bay, what is that, 5 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now? Give
Yeah.
Green Bay a couple more weeks.
Well, they're 3-2. Or 2-3. Excuse me. The 2 wins have come against teams. Or no, they are 3-2. Sorry,
They beat the
3 wins
Bucs.
are against losing teams, and then the 2 losses are against winning teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they honestly.
What's the
Philly,
I
they
didn't
play
even
Tennessee week 13. Tennessee, by the way, their point differential this year is like minus 22. It's the worst in the NFL, and they somehow still have a winning record.
They're going to win that division.
Now they are, yeah.
They are.
I mean, the Jags could bounce back after this last week. That was kind of a disappointing game, but I think the Jags still have talent.
Dude, talk about disappointing. Fucking Detroit, dude. 0 points?
Yeah, I saw that coming.
You did?
Jared
Belichick.
Goff against Belichick. Remember that?
I took the under in that
2018
game.
Super Bowl.
I do remember how he just shut him down, but still, it's like...
Goff at home versus Goff on the road are 2 totally different players.
Yeah.
I didn't see 0 points. I mean, he's putting up fucking
Well,
40 points
they
a
had
game.
a garbage time touchdown that got called back on a penalty.
Oh, they did? But
Yeah.
still. Fuck.
So it could have been not embarrassing.
Yeah, that was like the biggest, like, what the fuck?
But looking at Lions Twitter, they're not as great on Dan Campbell. They loved him, loved how he heart on his sleeve, and how great he was in Hard Knocks, and now they're like, maybe he's not the guy. Because he's getting players to play, but he hasn't figured out how to win yet.
Yeah, I mean, if this was a year, I mean, look, the Vikings are 4-1.
Did not see that coming. I thought
I was
were
talking to
in a
Merv last
rebuild.
night.
Yeah.
I'm like, who do you think has a worse 4-1 team? You guys or the Giants? Right? I think at least the Vikings on paper have a better defense.
Yeah.
I think you have a better team and you have a better coach.
Oh,
the
yes.
Vikings are not. I'd be amazed if that lasts. I think the Green Bay game, you got to throw it out because Rodgers didn't play in the preseason, and he's still not like.
But that if there's
He's gonna
every
get
year
there.
you want like where the division was up for grabs, this is the year
Yeah.
because you got a fucking mortal Aaron Rodgers with
But
no one to throw to.
it looks like Green Bay is going to make a really aggressive move at Odell, and if they get Beckham, then they're going to be a completely different team in 2 weeks.
Brent, this was just reported on Twitter in the last hour.
What?
OBJ is at the Buffalo airport.
Oh shit!
It's not sign time, is it?
It's getting there.
We have some injuries at the position. He definitely adds depth.
But
Although
here's the deal, though.
Shakir looked great. The
How-
rookie that we got in the 5th round.
Yeah.
He looked amazing, and he had a touchdown. And he was, if you used him in daily fantasy, he was awesome.
I've seen Odell on every sideline in the last like 4 weeks, but I haven't seen him actually catch a football. Has anyone seen him like run around or catch a football? What that looks like?
Well, they're not going to sign him just because he's in the stadium. They're going to have him work out.
Of course, but what I'm saying is like, what do those workouts look like?
They're going to throw him a shitload of balls and see how he runs routes.
I know, but what does he look like?
I trust Bean. Bean's a genius.
Okay.
GM of the year.
I'll take his assistant, Joe Shane. No problem. I'll think. I mean, look. I'd love if Odell came and made a visit. We need him. The Giants
Yeah,
need
you
him.
do.
At least we'd have someone to throw the ball to.
Unless
but,
Tony gets healthy.
dude.
Will Kadarius Toney play more than 8 games this year?
No, another fucking Gettleman first round. Like, can this guy stay healthy? These are first round draft picks. These are guys that you are supposed to be relying on to win football games.
Yeah.
And this guy can't get on the field. Oh, he's so fast. Oh my God, he fucking ran this in Florida. Who gives a fuck? I don't even know what number he is. It's ridiculous. I know it's a tough game, physical game, but his injuries are not coming from contact.
Yeah.
They're coming from, running around and doing the shit that he always did in college. What's going on now? So yeah,
Now
don't
he has
give
some
me
money and maybe doesn't want to get hurt, so he's just going to take the week off.
don't give me like we need like a fucking someone to throw the ball to, a real true wide receiver.
But maybe that isn't the guy coming off an ACL tear in the Super Bowl.
I know. That's why I said I want to see what he looks like. I'd
Yeah.
rather him work out for the Bills
See,
and go, oh fuck, all right,
but
you
the
guys
Bills can
take
take
him.
that risk. Because even if he doesn't work out, yeah, we burned $4 million, but it's not
Yeah,
like
no.
we don't have another 4 guys that are. We still have Diggs and Davis, and Shakir
Yeah.
has stepped up, and McKenzie's going to come back from
No, we would
concussion.
rely on him. You guys
Yeah,
would just
you
be another
would
piece.
absolutely be putting all your eggs in one
Would you
basket.
rather have Odell or would you rather have McCaffrey?
I'd rather have McCaffrey. We need that running game.
Yeah.
But what you would have to give up, probably a 3rd round. We were talking about
Yeah.
Carr, because
Yeah.
McCaffrey to me is not as good as Barkley. So, what 3rd round, 4th round?
I assume he has a big contract. Let me check it out right now.
I don't think so.
McCaffrey would
I think
cost
he's
us
on,
$600K this year.
That's it. He's still on his rookie deal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you serious? He
Yeah.
hasn't signed an extension.
No, he's on the same year as Barkley.
He
right?
signed a 4-year, $64 million.
Oh, he did.
But we would only be per
When
the
was
way
that?
the contract, from what I saw on Twitter, we would only be
2020.
responsible for $600K if the Bills signed him for this year, and then I don't know what next year would be.
Oh, so you would have him next year then too? He's not a free agent.
Depends on what he signs with us for.
Got
Yeah,
it.
if he signed in 2022 for 4 years.
That would free things up beautifully
Yeah.
in the backfield for you guys. Maybe take some hits off Josh Allen.
We need to. Or
But-
just have him throw less. I mean, we're up 38-3, and they're still throwing the ball.
I'm not excited about DJ Moore though. I'm not. Would
But-
you be excited about DJ
Yeah.
Moore?
I
He's
would.
consistent. He's a
He's
good
good.
receiver, and he's consistent. He had.
I heard
look
the same shit about
look
Kenny
what
Golladay.
but look what happened to the Browns' passing game with Baker Mayfield. It was irrelevant.
Dude, Baker Mayfield.
And then he
we're
goes
gonna
to the
realize
Panthers,
he
and
sucks.
on top of that, you have the first coach who was fired who was not doing a good job. So you had 2 negatives working against
How
DJ.
awesome is it that Matt Rule's getting $40 million to go be
Yeah.
unemployed?
Yeah.
$40 million.
Ain't crazy.
Well, that's only if he doesn't take another job.
And he'll be offered other jobs.
Yeah.
Well,
He'll be offered the Nebraska job.
Yeah.
He'll be offered probably, who
Oklahoma
knows
if it opens
if
up.
it opens
maybe.
up. All the top jobs,
Yeah.
he had a great record. I mean, coaching record going into it, especially in college.
Yeah.
But 40,
Just another Steve Spurrier, college coach that couldn't transition.
you'd have to. I mean, if I'm Nebraska, you're gonna have to give him at least $45 million, $50 million, maybe a 5-year, $50 million contract to have him come coach. Otherwise, he makes $40 million sitting at home doing nothing. God Almighty.
That's why I like the Panthers having a hedge fund manager as their owner, because they'll just cut their losses.
Yeah.
They'll say, "Fuck it, I owe you $50 million."
Look what Steve Cohen did with
You can
Robinson Cano
you can
this
like
year.
it all you want, but they have not done a good job in him deciding who his GM is, because they've wasted so much money and draft capital on quarterbacks that are not panning out, and they are so far behind the 8 ball with everyone else.
That just takes picking the right guy, though.
But who's had the worst quarterback situation than the Panthers in the last 10 years?
I mean, Andy let Brandon Mead go.
Yeah.
The Giants haven't had a great. I mean, we've had one, but he hasn't been great.
But you went from Eli to him. You
Yeah.
won Super Bowls with Eli, and that's within the last,
Yeah.
I'm
They had
talking
Cam
like-
Newton, though, for 10 years or 8 years or whatever it was.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe I should say instead of 10 in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
been a
they've
bit of
given
a-
up a lot to get Darnold and Baker, and just nothing is working.
No, it's a disaster.
And it's only going to get worse.
That's why I was telling him, I'm like, I was going to go to the Rams game on Sunday, but I got the tailgating pass already, but I'm not buying tickets. They want $80 fucking bucks for the shittiest seat in the Rams.
Yeah,
$80 fucking dollars.
They need you to pay for SoFi.
No. So what I'm doing is I tailgate, the game starts, then I'm going to go online and look for fucking tickets when they go drop off the face of the earth value.
Yeah.
Because they're not selling out for a, Carolina game.
Yeah, not a lot of North Carolina transplants here that are excited to pay $300 to see their team lose.
No. So
It's the lowest scoring teams and the Rams have scored 80 points this season. The Panthers have scored 93. So the two lowest scoring teams in the
the
league.
Rams have only scored 80 points?
Rams
yes.
can't block anybody.
Yes.
Well, how many points has Stafford scored for the other team?
Wow.
That's a good question.
I did not. I would have lost everything. I did not think the
Yeah,
Rams
man,
are the lowest scoring
McVay's a
team.
genius.
I feel their offense is just Cooper Kupp, maybe a little Tyler Higbee, and that's it.
They need to adjust because they didn't do anything to correct the line when Whitworth retired.
Yep.
So they need to adjust, and everything has to be quick passes. And he's still trying to run the same offense. And Matt Stafford's going to get his ass kicked. He's going to be on the IR in 2 weeks.
He really is. He's going to get hit. His elbow's not great. That's not the way you want an older
They
quarterback.
got to shift everything, and until they correct that line, they just got to do quick to everybody.
That's surprising to me, though. Yeah. So what's the over under on that? I'm sure it's low. Probably 40. 42.
That, and you have a team traveling all the way across the
Yeah.
country. New quarterback, new coach.
Yeah, it's
$80
42.
for the 500.
42?
42.
Rams are favored by 9.5.
Yeah, I think we take the under on that.
90. Wow. 9.5 too. The Rams are favored
Yeah.
9.5.
Right?
I almost fucking like the goddamn Panthers on that. I feel like when you fire the coach, everyone kind of like plays the best they can the next week.
Well, we were talking
But I don't even know
before
if they
the
have-
show
yeah,
started,
they have a-
and they're probably going to try to air the ball out now.
DJ Moore.
PJ Walker to DJ Moore.
Let's have his last week there before he puts on a Giants uniform.
Still like the under, though.
Man, I can't believe the Rams don't. I know that's all they do is look at Cooper Kupp. They really just.
Yeah.
And it's remarkable
when
they didn't get open.
Try not to look at Cooper Kupp. They still end up throwing to Cooper Kupp.
Do they run the ball at all?
Not well. Last year, I think it was around 33% of their runs were behind Whitworth.
Because when Gurley was there, it was a pretty balanced sort of back and forth. I don't know they didn't trust him in the Super Bowl, but they still ran the ball. They still
But
had
they had a totally different scheme then. And fun fact,
But I think they're still trying to run this.
offensive line coach who was there when Gurley was a stud is now Buffalo's offensive line coach.
Everything's got to be about Buffalo.
Well, it's all connected.
Let's look at some picks. First of all, I want to tell you that I want to make some picks about baseball first. Yankees in 4, fucking Houston in 4. Can you believe the fucking? Did you watch that game, Aaron?
No, I was here.
I was so fucking pissed. I'm going Seattle. Here we go. If anyone, I was happy Seattle won because I'm like, I don't want to play a division rival. Just like I didn't want to play Tampa. I don't want to play a division rival in a 5-game series. We played them 19 times in the season. This is, there's no tricks.
Yeah.
You can just get, this could be the week you don't have it. So, I was happy when Seattle had to play Houston. I'm like, fuck yeah, they know each other. Seattle goes up big, and then fucking Yordan Alvarez. I fucking hate that park. I hate when big home runs happen there. I hate Altuve. I fucking hate it. And I know that that's the dragon staring us down. That's the next level of hell that we have to go through. And I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm like excited about the prospect of shutting them out and shutting them down in their fucking own home ballpark. But when I see it going crazy, it brings me back to like when Chapman gave up the home run to Altuve and all the other bullshit. So I'm like, fuck, just to see them get a break.
Well, that won't happen again this year.
But what I'm saying, Verlander had, yeah, I know. That one, yeah, Aroldis Chapman, dude. We want you to throw a BP session. We're not sure about your ALDS roster spot. No thanks. Me, S, and Miami. Fucking guys in Miami. It's, I don't know. Aroldis Chapman's always been a bit of a pain in the ass, Mm-hmm. He's always been a loner. He's always been a little difficult. And
shot up a garage.
I think he threw his lady through a wall or something like that. Got suspended for half a season. So,
got a leg tattoo.
Leg tattoo and got an infection during the fucking, all other pitchers have COVID. He's like, well, I'll go get COVID can't get this body tattoo. And then he gets infected and he can't fucking pitch for 2 weeks. Then he comes back and he can't throw a strike. So it's like, he's all over the place. I wasn't relying on him, but this is the first time in a while that you're like, you look at the Yankees bullpen, you go, oh, usually you know who the closer is. It's a piecemeal job. Everyone's sort of we got to roll the dice right every single time. That's not going to happen every time. But my point is that when you get Verlander on the ropes and you literally beat him up, you got to win that fucking game. Yeah, you have to 100%. Win that game. He's not going to have another game like that.
Yeah.
Where he gives up 3 or 4 home runs and what did he give up? 5, 6 runs?
4.
4.
Yeah.
He's not going to have another game like that. So that's the game you got to win. And
Seattle needed to have another reliever than a starter to come in.
Yeah, they had Robbie Ray, right?
Yeah.
That, it's all hands on deck. The Yankees picked, I think they took 13 or 12 pitchers, but most of them, I think it was like 6 starters. 6 guys who can fucking start a game. So, speaking of Miami, I'm getting a fucking spam call from Miami, Florida. Maybe this is Aroldis Chapman. He's watching it. Hey, Chapman, sorry, dude, but come on.
Be better.
Be better, right? Show up fucking BP, bro. Yeah, so the Yankees are going to be in 4, fucking Houston in 4, Dodgers in 4. I think San Diego will squeak out a game.
Yeah.
And I think that Atlanta series goes 5 games. I think Atlanta wins in 5. Unless, is Philly
better.
for real?
I don't think so, but god damn it.
Yeah, they look, they look kind of for real right now. Yeah. Aaron Nola's like pitching great, but we'll see. That's my 2 cents for that. Those are where the hell did
I got a fun fact here about Brian Dable in 5 games has as many wins as Dan Campbell has in 21.
Brian Dable has 5 wins.
Has as many wins in 5 games
as Dan Campbell has in 2 years?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, isn't that crazy?
Well,
Dan Campbell is 4-16-1, and Dable is 4-1.
Do you think Joe Judge wins with the same group of guys?
No. They'd be 1-4.
Joe Judge doesn't go for that week 1 2-point.
No, not at all. Too conservative.
Nope, too conservative. Off the Belichick trade. Mm-hmm. We'll go to overtime and we'll win it there. So he does not win in that game. He's probably fucking blowing Oh, did you hear this, by the way? Our punter can't get back in the country.
Yeah. He's stuck in England.
Wait, what?
Our punter's from Scotland.
He's got work visa issues.
Yeah, he probably just told they lie to the INS agents, so he probably told he's going to hang out with his mates, not going for work, trying to avoid some tax situation. But yeah, I'd like to get our punter back. I just thought of that because Joe Judge I saw him. Is he the special teams guy
With the Patriots?
With the Patriots
I think
now?
he is, yeah.
That Patriots, like Belichick, is just like.
He brings home the wounded,
I remember
lost dogs.
when we got my dog, we got him from not a breeder, but like a guy who did like labs, and so he goes, "Look, here's my only rule." He's like, "If you ever don't want this dog, like don't like be an asshole. Like just bring it back. We will take care of it. We'll always take it back. Like we'll always take these dogs back.
Yeah.
This is like their second home."
Yeah.
And I think that's how Belichick feels about Patricia
Yeah.
and Joe Judge.
Certain coaches.
Like if what's his name in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah.
Daniels.
If it doesn't work out, which it might not, you don't think he'll be back there next year?
No, he will. Then you have other coaches like Mangini who, break off from Belichick and then tell the NFL the dirty secrets. And then like, don't ever fuck come
Yeah, but
back.
where's Mangini now? The Mangenius. Remember that he was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be the guy. Oh, the fucking Jets. Do the Jets?
They're good.
Do the Jets beat the Packers this week?
No.
I don't think so either. But
They got young
Fuck.
talent, though. They got a lot. Like,
But don't
Sauce
don't
Gardner?
say they're good.
they're not good. Zach Wilson, I think, is too small to stay healthy. But, God damn it, you look
don't
at
say that in front of Brenton, please.
Well, Brent,
Hey, man, I agree with him. Look
Yeah.
at Tua. I don't think Tua's ever going to be healthy in the NFL.
Not after those fucking egg
Well,
scrambles.
especially
he
now.
took.
But you really look at how small he was and how he got tossed around. And you're like, yeah, he was probably not big enough to play that position.
Kyler Murray's the next one, dude.
Yeah.
How are you going to tackle
But,
Kyler
but
Murray?
Kyler Murray, it's interesting. He's a dude that really goes out of his way to avoid getting hit. And there was the situation, the reason why they lost the game, you can blame it on the field goal kicker, but he was scrambling on second down, and he could have easily gotten the first down. He would have had to go through a couple of guys.
Yeah, but he slid.
But he slid early, and then he didn't understand the situation and spiked the ball, so now it's fourth down, and you got to kick it instead of getting that first down
Exactly.
and maybe moving
Whose
him another
fault is
5,
that?
10
Is that on
yards.
Kyler Murray? I
That's
mean,
on Kyler Murray.
he's
He didn't
gotta
want to
know.
take the hit.
You have
He
to
didn't
know.
want to win. He got paid, and now he doesn't want to take a hit, and he doesn't care if he wins or loses. He's
But
got
you
his
also
money.
have
He's
to
going to play
know
his video
before that
games.
play, like, if I don't get this first down,
I can't spike it.
I certainly can't spike it. Someone's got to relay that back to him. He's
Yeah.
going back to the huddle thinking they have first down.
He's not a winner. He
So
has
either he thought they had the
skills.
first down and he didn't know and he spiked it before he thought, or nobody told him.
Yeah, but he's not a winner in this league.
That kick was a disaster.
Yeah.
That kick looked like that I would have done better than that. Like that kick went so
first
left.
of all, no, you wouldn't have. But it was bad.
Mine would have gone straight for longer.
It would have
than his.
gone
I'm not
right
saying it would
into.
have gone
It
in.
would have been another butt kick.
like, you would have hit the net.
I wouldn't have hit the.
No, you would have hit the line.
I would have hit a lineman, but it would have gone
Dude, in the
straight
back
for
of the
longer,
head.
dude. That guy didn't even have a chance to hit a lineman.
Yeah.
It went straight left, right off the boot. Kyler Murray's got to know the situation.
And know that your kicker is injured, and it's some dude they just signed off the street. It's not Matt Prater that's coming in to kick that.
Who was that?
I don't know his name.
Literally some guy they got.
Yeah, they signed a guy because Matt Prater was out.
That sucks. Then you got to know. Then you
They
got to
should have
go
just
for
pulled.
it. Then.
They should have pulled a Steve and said, you know what? We're still keeping Prater on the bench even though he's not playing, and we'll just fuck it. We'll go deep.
Yeah, dude. Kingsbury or Cliff? What's his name? Cliff
Kingsbury.
Yeah.
You have to understand. Like, I know my quarterback's not the most intelligent, so I know I have to relay him more information than most guys, and you have to be on that. You have to know your personnel. He has to know that he's got to
Yeah.
tell him you can't spike the ball. We need another yard.
Go get the fucking yard.
Yeah.
Win the game.
Go, yeah. Try to win the actual game. Even, I mean, think about it. He spiked it. Then it's like you're still satisfied with that field goal position with the kicker that you have right now. All right, let's look at some fucking. You guys pull up your people first. Draft. I gotta log in.
Why the fuck do I have to watch the Broncos 5 more times in prime time? Or, I guess they have 7 nationally televised games.
Because we thought
Because
that
everyone
Russell
thought
Wilson.
They're so unwatchable.
And I got. Let me tell you about Russell Wilson. Don't tell me now, Russell Wilson, that you have a fucking injury. Don't try to satisfy the last 4 weeks.
Pulling a
of-
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, bullshit, dude. Bullshit. You tell that information before the game, not, oh, and by the way, my shoulder doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, we're gamblers.
Give me a fucking break, man. I went all in on this guy, fantasy-wise, this season, and it's been a fucking disaster. I am terrible in all 3 of my leagues.
I can relate.
My youngest son, who I basically helped draft this whole team, is in dead last place. I've already killed the fucking the love for fantasy. He's like, fuck this whole game.
He hates you.
Hates me.
Yeah.
And my older son is in first place in both his fucking leagues.
And he
Can't
drafted
lose.
on his own.
He drafted a lot of the teams on it, a lot of the guys. I did get him Gabe Davis and Chris Olave in the last couple rounds. But
The last couple rounds?
Well, no, Gabe Davis, I told him, I go.
He's like a 3rd-round pick.
I don't know where he got Gabe Davis, but yeah, I told him a lot.
Oh, I guess they're all his age, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a bunch of...
No, they're not men.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's killing it. So I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm not.
Well, then give me your scraps. I'll take your scraps in Punch Drunk.
I'll look at him. I'll look to see who I can give you. I'll collude. I have no problem colluding now.
Yeah, I'll collude with you too in the belly room.
Oh, give me the Jets all day long. They're
My
getting
team's worse than yours in the belly room.
Oh, it's true.
The Jets are giving 7 points to the Packers.
Yep. I know my game too.
I don't like that game. In Green Bay, I don't like
Yeah,
that
in
game.
Green Bay, I just saw that. But I feel like that's a good number.
But I like the Jags going to Indianapolis and bouncing back from their loss.
Yeah, I like that too.
You want the +2, or you want them on the money line?
On Bet DSI, I'm getting +1.5, so I'd rather take him on the money line.
I know what I want. Give me the Seahawks over the Cardinals.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah, Geno Smith is good. I never thought I'd say it.
I don't like that either.
Why? Who do the Cardinals have?
The Seahawks still don't have a defense.
They end up winning these games, dude.
Yeah.
But
They end up.
Did you see what Taysom Hill did to them?
Yeah.
Taysom Hill?
But they lost.
Taysom Hill. That's because Taysom Hill was their offense.
The
Cardinals.
For 3.
The Cardinals are going to be a better team than the Seahawks. I don't like that game. I will
It's not.
I will select it if that's what you want. But
No, I'll keep it. This scares me though. Patrick Mahomes has never been an underdog at home. This is the first week.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a good look for you guys.
Tre'Davious White is practicing.
Yeah, I know, but it'll be a couple weeks before he's back. I just hate that I watched the Broncos on Monday night. They're so unwatchable. That Thursday night game was terrible.
It was.
People
It was
were
one of
saying
the-
like people should get a year of free Amazon Prime for watching that damn game.
It was really bad. You could have done your taxes and had more fun doing. Oh,
I like the Browns at home against the Patriots -2.5. I think
That's yours?
That's mine.
Wait, you're betting against Belichick over the team that fired him?
Yes. It's either that or I like the Jags on the money line.
I like the Jags too.
we already did that one, right?
I haven't selected
Oh.
it yet.
I like.
But then you look at the Bengals. They're only -2 against the Saints on the road. But
Yeah, that's insane. Give me the Bengals because you got Joe Burrow and Chase playing in their well, not their hometowns, but their college towns.
yeah, they're
kinda.
college town,
I see them going off.
and they're
Give me
coming
the
off. They're
Bengals.
coming off a tough loss.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I know you don't want to hear it, but I like the Cowboys to cover the 6. Give me the 6 points. I don't think Philadelphia is going to fucking blow them out of the water.
I'm getting 6.5 on Bet DSI, so
got
it's
6,
even
so-
better.
Yeah. You hate that too. Look at your fucking
I-
gross face right now.
I don't like that call.
You don't like anything, Brenton.
I don't.
You know what
like,
I don't like?
I don't like your defense.
I like the
I
fact
think
that I've been right every week.
Hurts is going to hurt you. Have you been right every week?
Every single week. I haven't got one game wrong yet. Go back, look at the fucking tapes, dude.
Aaron, pull up the tapes.
They're all right. Every one of my picks so far. I haven't been
Okay.
wrong yet.
So I need to decide which of these two I'm going to land on.
Think about it, dude.
Want to do both?
No, because that'll fuck us for sure.
We're gonna get fucked somehow. We just got.
Yeah.
I know, you probably blame me.
Or we give the 8 points to the Steelers against the Buccaneers.
No.
Dude, they're not going to show up.
This
bro.
is the week to bet against Tom Brady.
I don't want to hear that. Can we get a T-shirt, please?
If we're gonna talk about
Brendan's
when to
little
bet against
body
Tom
saying,
Brady,
this is the week to bet against Tom Brady.
Everyone's down
Against
on
Pittsburgh?
the Steelers. They're like, oh, they're done. They're terrible. Guess what? Now they're at home and they want to smash the GOAT. Pittsburgh wins by 31 points.
Now, the only thing is, can we take back my bet? If Dak starts, I don't want to take that bet. He's going to throw and test thumb, but Rush is expected to start. So if Dak starts, I do not want the fucking
We
Cowboys.
placed the bet today, so you can't. I can't do that. So if you're going to commit, you have to commit today. That's why we normally record on Fridays, so we can figure it out, but you got to commit.
I'll commit. He's not going to throw. He's
Okay.
not going to play. I know it, but
Well,
Adams got charged.
I'm going to move away from.
Oh, you got charged
Yes.
with misdemeanor assault?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, the guy filed a police report after he was shoved.
You were saying in the car right here that there was another camera
Yeah, there's
angle that
another
made it-
camera angle that isn't like that. That's kind of like, this, like from this angle.
Yep.
Where the guy, Colin Coward was showing it yesterday. The guy kind of carelessly walks in front of him. He shoves him out, but it looks way less cruel.
Yeah.
The first angle they got really makes Adams look like an asshole.
But even that angle, I didn't think he shoved him that hard, and it does look like he ran in front of him.
Right, exactly.
And he's trying to get off the field.
He didn't seem like he had much social awareness where he's just crossing in front of a player.
Yeah.
And I've always heard Adams a good guy. I don't think.
Yeah, he just
He's had
lost.
no issues.
It does look bad. The problem is the guy doesn't look like he was like trying to like cut him off to get a shot out of him or anything like that. Like he just like was like minding his own business going across. Just poor timing. But charges, dude. Give me a fucking break.
So I'm going to drop off the 2 games I was on, and I'm going to take the Cardinals. They're going to win by 3 points.
What? We just said Seattle.
I did.
He said, I'm going with the Cardinals.
I still think Seattle wins, but
I like
Yes,
I
you're
like
wrong.
the Birds over the Birds. I think
Oh
the
my
Cardinals are going to win
God.
this game.
Well, you're gonna blow it again. You're gonna fucking blow it again.
did you
So-
see the suit that Kyler Murray was wearing?
Yeah, he looked
my
like a highlighter. It was like
Ugly.
all green, double-breasted. Fucking. He looked like Hillary Clinton going to a rave.
The name to watch out for this week, Eno Benjamin.
Who's that?
He's the running back for the Cardinals because Connor is out, most likely.
I gotta move people around. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah.
Fucking James Conner. Give me a break, dude.
So we have the Bengals -2, the Cardinals -2.5,
Don't like that one.
and the Cowboys
Plus
+6.5. Okay, which game do you like better than the Cardinals -2.5? They're a better team than the Seahawks.
Oh, I like it. If I liked all 3 of our picks, that's how I know we wouldn't win.
All right, keep it if you want to, dude. I think Seattle.
It's either that or I'm taking the Steelers on the money line.
Are you a crazy person?
No, this is the week to bet against Tom Brady.
Aren't all the Bucs receivers healthy now?
Yes,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You know, watching that Falcons game, he overthrew. There were probably 3 or 4 passes he overthrew that should have been interceptions, including one that just hit the dude right in the hands.
Every week.
But the great thing about Tom Brady is this is why he'll play until he's 50.
He's not playing
He
until
has
he's
not
50.
been hit since that 2007 Giants Super Bowl.
He
That's
got
the
hit
only
this
time
week
I've
and they
ever
threw a
seen
flag.
him in his, exactly. He's so protected. That Super Bowl in 07 is the only time I've seen him really pressured in his whole career.
Yeah, he was. I mean, both times.
Yeah.
That's how they got to him. They
Yeah.
just rattled his cage, moved him around, made him uncomfortable, and he made mistakes. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like to be hit or tackled or pressured.
Brady said to USA Today, he says about the roughing the passer call, he said, "I don't throw flags, I throw tablets."
That's funny. All right. Well, what are we gonna win?
$50 will get us $291.07.
$291.07. All right.
Should we add to it?
I don't know.
Get greedy?
I mean, there's no other game that I feel completely passionate about.
Yeah.
I like the Bears. They're home dogs. They're getting a point against the Commanders, and Wentz may not play. Wentz is banged
Wentz
up.
has been apologized to by his coach.
Yeah, it's the lowest.
That's
lowest,
pretty bad when your coach has got to apologize to you.
It's the lowest point total on the slate.
40 points.
38.
Ooh,
Well,
went
did we-
down.
Would you rather do that or take the under for the Rams and the
Panthers.
Panthers? at 42. I feel solid about that. But it's up to you guys. We'll let Brendan decide. Because he's going to second
Why
guess
would
it
you
anyway.
do that?
Because it's not. I just love to watch you like make a decision, justify it, and then lose.
Amazon is getting some
We got
bad games.
First of all, we got fucked this last week. That's
know.
not on us.
It's on the refs.
They should refund us the money.
Can we
Tell
sue-
them.
Yeah, can we sue him?
If they could sue Devonta Adams for
Yeah.
pushing, then I'm suing fucking the whole NFL and Roger Goodell and Amazon. I'll sue Jeff Bezos.
You know what we could also do is
Bezos?
Yeah.
we could do the over-under just for the Panthers. And that right now is set at 15.5.
Oh, just for them?
Yeah. Do we think they're going to score more than 2 touchdowns?
No.
You don't. You don't think
Well,
they could open it up, like Brenton said?
against Aaron Donald, it'd be a fucking poor choice. But 14.5
Oh, all the lines are moving right now.
because of us, dude. Because of us. We're moving lines because we're live.
What about the Ravens 6-point road favorites coming
No,
to
the Giants.
the Giants? Can you stop Lamar Jackson?
No. 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 Not enough. I think we could win. Maybe. But 6 points, I don't think we're blowing them out.
I don't think you win.
How dare you?
Plus 205 on the money line for the Giants.
Did you think we were going to beat the Packers?
No, but I didn't think it was going to be the kind of game that it was. I thought it was going to be like a very close,
The
sloppy
Ravens'
game.
defense isn't that good.
It isn't, but the Giants' defense isn't going to have an answer for Lamar.
No. So
And
can Saquon
you're
outscore Lamar?
Yeah, you're still not.
Oh, boy.
You're still not healthy on offense.
We have no one to throw the ball to.
Jones' ankle is now bugging him, so he didn't run this last game. That's why they were doing more Wildcat stuff. If Jones' ankle is good, then maybe it's like, okay, this could be pretty competitive. I don't think this is a competitive game. I also think the AFC is just so much better than the NFC, that the top teams in the AFC are just going to kick the crap out of the NFC.
This would be a huge fucking win.
It would be. This would legitimize the Giants and make me go, oh, shit.
Yeah, because we can get 4 wins out of Houston and Indy and who's the other shitty team we're playing? We have another shitty team. There's 4 more wins out there for sure. This one takes
This is such a contrast to week 1, Steve, where
What?
you were one of the shitty teams.
We are not,
now,
yeah.
And now you're like, oh, these
Now we're looking
teams
for
that
the
were
shitty
good are the
teams.
shitty teams.
Yeah, we're looking for the old us. I want the old us around. All right. You decide. Put it in.
Fuck.
I'm going to plug some dates while you do that.
Okay.
I'm in Sacramento this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. This is live, so you're getting it. Yeah, this weekend. Tickets at steverenazizi.com. Thursday night, 1 show, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. Some of them are getting close to selling out, so get them now. And I was supposed to be in Port Charlotte, Florida next weekend, but unfortunately, because of the storm, they're not up and running at Visani's. So, fingers crossed I'll be there when they're up and running. And our thoughts are with you, the people in Florida, Port Charlotte. I'll be back. I apologize. I really wish. I've never been there before. I was hoping to get a chance to go down there and hang out, but obviously you guys have bigger things to do right now. So the rest of the tickets, steverenazizi.com. Davenport, Iowa, November 5th at a casino. I got Addison Improv the weekend after in Texas. You got Chicago, Hasbro Heights in New Jersey in December, and Louisville New Year's Eve. So tickets at steverenazizi.com. I'm already booking dates for next year. Denver's on the books for next year, first weekend in March. La Jolla Comedy Store is the weekend after Valentine's Day next year. So putting together a schedule for next year already. So steverenazizi.com for tickets. You guys have anything you want to plug? Or
Be at the store tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. And I'm at the store tonight, too, if you're around. Lucas tomorrow night, me tonight in the original room. So, what else? What do we got?
I'm just adding games.
What, you won $2,200 this weekend for real?
Yeah, I had a 6-leg I'd got to pull it up. It was the under in the Bills game, the under in the Patriots game, the Bengals to cover, which they did. They were +3. The Titans on the money line, and there were two others. I'm blanking on what the other two were.
Is next week is it like the month and a half where we have, or there's like a couple weeks where you have all 4 sports going at once?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because basketball starts soon.
Starts next week, yeah. Hockey started last night. Football's in prime, and
Baseball playoffs are the best.
So I
they really are. These
got
games
1, 2,
have been
3,
good.
4, 5, 6.
You got 6 games now? What are you
6
talking about, dude?
Games now.
That's
Selected.
too many.
Oh, and then I could go back on the Browns.
Don't do it, dude. Oh, you want to just press your luck? Actually, I take it back.
Well, I'll be honest.
Let's
I
run
already
it this-
submitted our bet, so
Oh, you
this is an additional bet.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Um,
Any other stories you guys want to cover?
I mean, we didn't really talk about that Saturday game, the Blue Jays. Did you watch that? They came back from what was it, 8-1?
The Seattle game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was insane.
Eh,
Like the odds of that happening, I looked it up, were fucking.
That's why I thought Seattle was destined to fucking take down the Astros.
Yeah.
Especially after yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and, they made that big comeback. Toronto needs to figure out their identity. They do not have they have a team full of Hall of Famer sons, unbelievable talent, but not a lot of grit and hustle and guys holding other guys accountable. That's their problem. They need a guy that's going to go not flashy, but everyone's going to work hard for a common goal. That's what they need. Because they have a lot of talent, but not, it takes a lot to have that come together and gel to make a championship team. But they're good. The 15 inning run though, 15 innings of no run baseball in the playoffs. I mean, that's tightrope walking with no net. Crazy. Any mistake, a small home run, it's nuts to go 15 innings and have that happen.
I'm so glad Tampa's out, though. I'm so
Me too.
so tired of them.
Me too. $34 million they spend, and they make the fucking playoffs every year. Fuck Tampa. I don't want no more championships for Tampa. They've had enough. It's over for Tampa for a while.
this is the year to bet against Tom Brady.
What about the Lightning? We betting against the Lightning too?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have the same team that they had 3 years ago, so I don't think the Lightning are going to do much.
I don't want
think
the Lightning in the finals.
the Rangers are going to be
Fuck
very
yes.
good. The Sabres just
They looked good
signed their
yesterday.
coach to an extension, signed one of their defensemen to an extension. The Sabres are the youngest team in hockey, even though they have a 41-year-old goaltender.
41. Who's their goaltender?
What's his face?
Patrick Raw? Jesus Christ, man.
Still
41,
going.
dude.
Yeah, but that's how young the team is, that you have a
Harris
41-year-old and he's the one outlier. But
68-year-old Harris Pete's
This
their
is
goaltender.
where I'm at right now, guys. I've got the Bengals -2 on the road against the Saints. I have the Ravens on the money line against the Giants. I have the Cowboys +6.5 against the. I'm going to change that because this is my bet. Fuck you. I like the Eagles. -6.5. I've got the Jags on the money line. I've got the over in the Panthers-Rams game.
Why?
Because
We just talked about
because
that.
we think it's so obvious that it's going to go under that I want to go and take the over. It's 41.5.
I like that.
I just think that's the one that I get tripped up on because I'm so convinced that that's.
If I go to the game at 40 points, I'm going to storm the field.
Please.
I'm going to end the fucking game.
Please.
I've got the Bears on the money line. I've got the Cardinals -2.5, and I'm taking the over in the Buccaneers-Steelers game because I think the Steelers another week for Kenny Pickett. He was close to putting more points on the board against the Bills, who have a better defense, and then I think Brady with all his weapons, they'll put up points on the Steelers. I think that goes over.
You got it right here, guys. Bretton's
then-
private reserve. He gives us the fucking well shit, the well picks,
Well, if you go on FanDuel, you
The
go on
upper
DraftKings.
level shit. This is when Brent
Well, we don't
really-
ever do over-unders. This is an over-under.
Great.
I'm not saying that the Steelers don't win the game. Steelers could win this game. How crazy would that be? But I'm taking the over. There's a difference.
Okay.
Maybe Brady throws 2 pick sixes, and that gets me 14 points right
Wouldn't
there.
you love that?
I would love that.
You come in your pants.
Give me
with
that
Brady for a
anytime
team.
interception
And
on
he gets all
DraftKings.
pissed off and he throws the fucking the tablet. to
And then
the
I'm
ground.
gonna close it out with the Packers. They're gonna figure stuff out at home, and they're gonna beat the Jets by 7 points.
Oh.
So $50 on that will yield $13,643.90. Where does it go wrong?
Everywhere.
Every single one of those hits, guaranteed.
Okay. Match yourself up with fucking Daddy Warbucks over here and see how much money you make this weekend. I have a feeling it's going to be $0 fucking dollars.
If the refs fuck us out of 13,000, I will be writing an angry letter.
That would, yes, require
I will
a stern,
cancel my Sunday ticket.
letter to the whole fucking NFL association. All right, that's the podcast for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Please, this is a rare occurrence, so please
Yeah, enjoy it.
Yes, this is
I'm
not
probably going to be
happening
kicked
often.
off the show after this week.
Yeah, because you're an idiot, but we all knew that. That's why we love.
But
you.
I won last week. Won big.
Yeah, you did.
Dreams do come
on his
true.
private reserve. But Lucas, how much money did you win?
I didn't win shit.
Yeah,
I'm still drinking well.
yeah. Well, fucking tap
Got
water.
a nice California water bottle over there. You're doing fine.
This is shit well.
I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, guys. Love you.
Go
Bye-bye.
Bills.
Go Bills.
Oh, I gotta put the music on.
Fade out music.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. What's the odd? 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 What's
So much Game of Thrones.
You're just watching all of them?